You say you're strong, but when life takes everything from you, will you still be calm? Most people break when silence answers their pain. The Stoic, he endures and smiles. Let's see if that strength truly lives in you. 1. You stay calm in chaos. That's discipline, not indifference. When storms rise, the wise man anchors within. To stay calm in chaos is not to feel nothing. It's to feel deeply yet remain unmoved. A disciplined mind sees through noise, choosing reason over reaction. When Rome burned, Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, "Not to blame, not to despair, but to remind himself, the fire cannot touch my reason." He ruled an empire while mastering himself. Tips practical. Next time anger or fear stirs within, pause. Take one breath before speaking and let reason, not emotion, lead. When chaos comes, will you lose yourself or find your calm? You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Calm is not emptiness, it's mastery. And from that stillness, another strength awakens. 2. You choose silence over arguing. Wisdom, not weakness. The wise do not shout, they understand. To remain silent when provoked is an act of power, not fear. It shows you have nothing to prove to noise. Epictetus, born a slave, once said nothing when mocked by his master, only smiled. His silence was his rebellion, his dignity louder than insult. Tips practical. Before replying in anger, ask, will this serve peace or pride? Silence can often protect more than words ever could. How often do you choose silence when the world demands noise? Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. Zeno of Citium. In silence, you hear truth more clearly. And in truth, you find the courage to forgive. 3. You forgive without needing apology. Peace over pride. Forgiveness is freedom, not surrender. To forgive is not to excuse others. It's to release yourself from carrying their fire. A Stoic knows resentment chains the mind, not the offender. Seneca, betrayed by those closest to him, chose reflection over revenge. He wrote, "He who wrongs you harms himself. Let him be pitied, not hated." Tips practical. Write down one name that still stirs anger, and release it in thought. Peace begins when you stop rehearsing old wounds. What burden could you lay down today if you chose forgiveness? The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, Marcus Aurelius. Peace is the soil where courage grows, and courage is tested when fear arrives. 4. You act when afraid. Courage in motion. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to obey it. Every Stoic understood. Fear whispers to everyone, but not all listen. Strength lies in action, even trembling, even unsure. Epictetus taught his students to walk through fear like soldiers through smoke. Eyes open, heart steady. Do not pray for lighter burdens, he said, but for stronger shoulders. Tips practical. When fear speaks, don't argue. Act. A small step in fear is worth more than 1,000 safe intentions. What would you do today if fear could not stop you? Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca. Fear tested you, and you moved. Now, the next test begins. Will you keep the promises you make to yourself? 5. You keep promises to yourself. Honor unseen. Integrity is doing what's right when no one watches, especially when you'd rather not. To a Stoic, discipline is sacred. The promises you keep to yourself shape your destiny more than the ones you make to others. Each small act of follow-through builds an invisible fortress of strength within. Seneca once wrote, "That character is forged in solitude." While others chased applause, he sought mastery over impulse. His reward was inner peace, not praise. Tips, practical. Choose one small promise today. Rise early. Train. Write. Breathe. And keep it. Your word to yourself is the foundation of self-respect. If you cannot trust your own word, who can you trust? First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. Discipline births resilience. And when the world knocks you down, that discipline becomes the force that makes you rise again. 6. You rise after every fall. Resilience reborn. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Not as defiance, but as duty. Resilience is not born in comfort, it's sculpted by pain. A Stoic accepts the fall, studies it, and then rises, wiser, calmer, stronger. Marcus Aurelius lost his wife, his children, his friends, yet wrote, "Loss is nothing but change, and change is nature's delight." He mourned, but never broke. Tips, practical. When you fall, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What now?" Each recovery builds a deeper strength that no comfort could teach. What lesson hides inside your last failure? The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Every fall refines you. Every rise reminds you. Soon, you realize happiness doesn't need more, it needs less. 7. You need less to feel content. The mastery of desire. He who needs least lives most. Contentment is not the absence of ambition. It's freedom from craving. The Stoic measures wealth not by what he owns, but by what he can live without. When asked why he lived so simply, Diogenes pointed to Alexander the Great and said, "You have many things, yet need more. I have nothing, yet lack nothing." Even kings envied that kind of peace. Tips, practical. Declutter one thing today. A possession, a thought, or a grudge. Each release is a return to your true self. What could you let go of today and still be whole? It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Seneca. And when desires fade, strength takes a purer form. For the one who endures pain without complaint has become truly unbreakable. 8. You face pain without complaint. Strength refined by fire. Pain is the crucible where the soul is tested and tempered. The Stoic does not deny pain. He transforms it. Every hardship is a forge, shaping endurance into wisdom. Epictetus was crippled by his master, yet said calmly, "If you break my leg, you do not break my will." His body bent, but his spirit never bowed. Tips, practical. When pain visits, physical or emotional, don't flee. Breathe through it. Ask, what is this teaching me about myself? What pain has made you wiser, not bitter? We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. And so, the fire fades, but the soul endures, purified, steady, and silent. Strength was never what you gained. It was what remained when everything else burned away. You've walked through 8 signs. 8 quiet forms of strength. None shouted, none demanded. Yet each one whispered, "You are stronger than you think." Strength isn't found in noise or power, but in restraint, in peace, in how you endure. So before you scroll away, pause. Look within. Ask yourself, which of these strengths lives in you today? If these words stirred something within you, stay. Subscribe, not for noise, but for clarity, courage, and calm. Watch the next reflection, each one a step deeper into mastery of self. Share this with someone who needs stillness more than praise. Remember, the strongest soul doesn't shout. It whispers through calm. This is the Stoic 8. Clarity, courage, calm. Until next time, stay unshaken.